everybody. I'm Sherry Hudson Passy from the SLIG Committee, and I have this wonderful group of class participants. They all happen to be ladies this time. This is some of the people that are taking Assemblage, Preparing, Writing, and Revising Proof Arguments by Jan Joyce. And we have been hearing all sorts of wonderful, wonderful feedback about this course. So we asked, we like to do our SLIG interviews to help you understand what the classes are about. So we thought, who better to talk to than people who are currently taking the course? So I would like for you to just explain to me why you're loving this course. You volunteered to come and talk to us and make this recording today. The one thing that I kept seeing was, this class is so good and I've learned so many different tools and methodologies. Does anybody want to speak to a tool or a methodology that's different and maybe helped you learn in a new way? Anybody jump in?
Sure, I'll
Okay,
take
go.
this.
Thanks.
So I think my favorite thing about the course is just the way that it helps break things down into smaller pieces. And the one methodology that has been very helpful for me was Kim Richardson did a session using index cards and Post-it notes and I have mine on a big board as a way to break down the case study into the building blocks, the introduction, the conclusion, and just have one Post-it note for each fact in each of the different sections. It helps see the big picture, but in individual little pieces. And so you only need to work with one piece at a time. And so that was the most mind-blowing for me. And I've been using it ever since she taught that.
Wow, I love that. I can see that'd be great for visual people. Very great and to keep organized. Anybody else have a tool or a methodology that they have found really has helped them through this course? Yeah, go ahead.
I like the way when we're revising our case studies that we break it down into small pieces. Like, for example, we did the title and the pull quote and the introductory paragraphs for 1 week. Another week we did the conclusion. Another week we worked on just the section headings. And that's really helped me to pull my case study together by breaking it down into those small pieces.
I love that. I love that. I noticed that somebody wrote that it got them excited about genealogy again. I love that. Susan, was that you? I think it might have been you.
It might have been. It's I'm on the clock right now, and so I'm really getting sick of all the project, my KDP, my case study, and my client report, and so taking this class and making me think about the writing parts of it and how I can make them the best I can before I turn on my portfolio has got me excited about,
I love that.
About getting these projects done and then moving on to the next ones when my portfolio is turned in January.
That's great.
I agree with Susan. I'm also on the clock, and I think this class is the single most useful SLIG course I've taken and I've attended since 2017. All the courses are useful in terms of improving my genealogical skills, but for this one purpose, it has just been outstanding.
That's amazing. Yes.
And I wanted to add to that. I agree with Jane. I've taken a lot of SLIG courses. I've taken a lot of writing courses over the last year. I've taken every single writing course, but this one fills a gap that I think is definitely needed for the nuts and bolts of how to take your writing and turn it into a case study. It's not a narrative, it's a case study. It's got a single purpose, and I really feel like all the techniques that were, my favorite was the dictation. I mean, I'm a transcriptionist by trade, and I didn't even think, I struggle with writer's block a lot. I want it to be perfect the first time I put it down on paper. And so the step back, the big picture, like the technique that Susan mentioned, and just going with the dictation and having the computer either read it to me or me dictating it, really kind of is freeing. And to be able to put all of these pieces that she's showing us, not just this is what you do, this is how you do it.
I love that.
Really,
And
it's been helpful.
Donna.
I would like to praise each of the instructors on this course or in this course. Each one of them has dedicated so much into their presentations, and they carry it over into the next lesson so that you get a whole week's worth of information. You get the homework that's associated with it, and the personal feedback from the instructors for each one of the little blocks. Like we just had a class where we got together between the class meetings and did verbal critiques of people's works as a reviewer and as a author. And it was so useful. But each one of these instructors has so much to offer that I can't praise them enough. It's fabulous.
I second that emotion.
Yeah, I just want to add one thing.
Sure.
It's not all work. We've had a lot of fun in the course too, because as you can see, Jane's wearing a lovely hat.
Sure.
And that we, each week we're given a topic or something to dress up or something to put after our name about our family. So I think it's a great way to network as well. I mean, it's been,
every week there was. Yeah, every week there, Jan has an icebreaker type of thing for the morning, and they've been a lot of fun as a way to just start the day on a really happy note.
It does sound fun. And Robin, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I kind of want to go back because I'm working on my portfolio, and my case study was done. I mean, for my portfolio, I had it put away. I liked the way it was. I'm a narrative writer. And I struggle trying to pull myself out of being a narrative writer. So when we talk about the class being fun, it is fun, but it has been painful for me. And because I have to change my style. Unfortunately, that's what you have to do if you're going to do it right. And this class forces you to take what you have written and look at it and go, yeah, it's great, but it's not the way it's supposed to be. And that's been somewhat painful, but it's really important. And so I look at this class, if you're on the clock, this should be something you take to make sure that your case study is in the format it should be, because I just don't see any other place that really does that.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
So I just wanted to say that the list of do's and don'ts is totally worth the price of admission. I mean, honestly, it is. I really wondered how Jan was going to fill 36 hours of instruction, and every moment has been valuable. But those first two sessions were amazing, and it will completely change how I write. She has analyzed all the articles of the NGSQ, and she has figured out all the things that work and don't work. And it was just amazing. I will never see an article the same way. And it's been great. I will take
Jan is very devoted to this class. She spends an extraordinary amount of time making sure that your questions are answered, checking in with people to see if they're having any difficulty as far as their homework is concerned. I mean, she's got a lot of follow through. I don't know how she does it. She spends a lot of time making sure that she has the best course. And so far, I've taken about 20 different institute courses in the last 3 or 4 years, and this has been absolutely the most revealing to me as far as what I need to work on, because I'm on the clock too. And the fact that there are so many different writing styles in the different elements of the portfolio, and you don't really realize that as much when you're actually working on your projects at home on your own.
Mhm.
And this course isolates what the case study is involved, or what's involved in the case study. And it's so different than the KDP or the research
Right.
report for other people
Exactly.
that,
Exactly.
you know, those things kind of were blending together for me initially. But this course helped me separate it out, and I
I love
appreciate
that.
that.
I love that. Now I know, Mary, you were trying to say something.
Yeah, I think for me, there's a lot of analysis that goes into genealogy, analysis and research and analysis and research. But then what? What do you do with all of this? And I have to be able to put it all together into a proof argument that meets the standards of this industry. And I have taken a lot of courses too over the last 3-4 years, and there hasn't been one course that really got down to how to put it all together, how to write it. I think we all have to meet the GPS, and that's how we work in this industry. But the nuts and bolts of writing a case study, I've never been able to take a course that really talked about that. Jan has struck gold with this course. She absolutely has, because she has put together enough people who are lecturing, giving tips and tricks and ideas, methods to approach a case study, that I feel this is one of the best classes I have taken in years.
You've got me so
Yeah.
excited to be able to take it. I was just going to say, let's at
Okay.
least say something, because she hasn't had a chance yet.
Well, I'm coming from this from a newbie's perspective. I'm still in ProGen. I graduate next month.
Wow, good for you.
And
Leaving this
thank you.
course.
This has been a wonderful, almost like a launching pad into thinking about certification. And I'm learning so much just from listening to all of you, and from seeing the peer feedback and watching everything, and just the different ways of learning, breaking everything up and seeing it from different perspectives is helping me immensely as I go forward.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Where our time is getting short, but I know you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
That's okay. That's okay.
Nope, you go ahead. What did you want to say?
Well, I just wanted to piggyback on what Robin had said before. Yes, we've been having fun, but it has been a lot of work. It's been extremely frustrating for me. I have sent email after email to Jan. I'm sticking with it. I'm learning, but I'm just struggling with even getting started and doing it. I see all these tools. It's been really helpful. I'm working it, but it's not an easy process. I come from a background of writing client reports.
Yeah.
And so I keep reverting into this. I've got to write it a certain way, and speaking to the various components of a portfolio. Yes, it's a different way of learning, and it's definitely I'm learning. The pieces are all here. That's what I like. The pieces are all here. It's a phenomenal course. I just feel like we've given so many options for everybody's different learning style. It's been really helpful.
I love it.
Challenging, but so worth it.
Yeah,
so worth it.
Absolutely.
That's what I keep hearing. And so I'm so jealous, because now when we're done with this recording, y'all get to go back into class and learn. So it's definitely on my bucket list to take. I really want to take it. So I need all these concepts and things, because I too tend to write. I don't understand exactly how you're supposed to write for different things, although I'm trying. So this sounds like a fabulous course. I appreciate you taking your time today to come and talk about it, and share with others who may be thinking about taking the course what your experiences were. And it sounds like this is a to-take class. Do not miss at SLIG.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, and you have a good rest of your day in class. and just enjoy and have fun. You've only got a couple more weeks left, so have fun, enjoy, soak it all in. Thanks so much for coming and joining me, and we'll talk to you another time on these recordings of the different courses of SLIG to help you understand what the courses are about and help you understand what you might want to take. So with that, we'll say bye, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.